Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. You already know what time it is. But basically, hold on. Let me just turn off my Bluetooth. Anyways, people have asked me for this, so I'm going to go ahead and try to, do a reaction to it. And not necessarily a reaction, but just to show you the full video of exactly why, I thought, this fight wasn't fair. But, other people have their opinions. I know a lot of people, they have their opinions. But basically, I'm going to just do this. It ain't going to be a long video, but, well, not as long as the other one. But, yeah, just go ahead and trip out on this. And then I'll give my part. If the volume go up. What the? Technical difficulties. Oh.
The hormone replacement therapy took away many of the strengths that made her a man and may limit her ability in strength and endurance.
Yeah, okay.
But we have to see it firsthand. We're going to see that here in a couple minutes as the head-to-head, a huge height advantage for Provost as well via the reach. This is going to be in the featherweight division. Let's get to it. History about to be made here on Paramount Plus. Let's go to Lupe Contreras.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este duelo, 3 vueltas, división peso pluma. We continue with much more action this bout. 3 rounds, featherweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are John Rupert, James Lázaro y Byron Sellers. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul, vestida de negro, introducing the blue corner, wearing black, su peso oficial, 142 libras y media, her official weight, 142 and 1/2 pounds. Entra por segunda vez a la jaula a nivel profesional, con récord de una derrota. She enters la jaula for the second time as a pro with a record of 1 defeat. De París, Francia, Celine.
Now, let me just say real quick. Hopefully you can hear because the mic is down. A lot of people turned down this fight. Like, nobody really wanted to jump in there with, Alana. And, man, I'm just going to, I get my point. But this is, yeah.
Tall Blondie Provost. Su rival en la esquina roja, vestida de blanco, her opponent in the red corner, wearing white. Detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 144 libras y media. She tipped the scales at an official 144 and 1/2 pounds. Esta noche, dentro de la jaula de combate global, hace su debut profesional tonight. Inside of la jaula, she is making her professional debut. Fighting out of Portland, Oregon, Lady Pharaoh, Alana McLaughlin. El referee, Raúl Porrata.
Okay, this is taking a little long. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because you don't even need to know all that. Just get to the fight. What about right here? And I hate this internet. Oh,
What Alana McLaughlin has done. They're looking for people to look up to, for folks that go through this. Maybe there will be a time where this isn't a shock to the system, but we will find out as Provost comes out swinging as we expected. Has one MMA fight, that was back in 2015. Between then and now, a lot of boxing, a lot of kickboxing.
And we could see it right here, right from the get-go. Max playing the distance, using her hands, her kicks. Now, Alana needs to put her head up.
Yeah.
She's putting her head down, which is very, 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 very hard here. It's not a very good thing to do. Celine could just hit her quickly with an uppercut, and that's all she wrote. She tried to go there for a keep right to her head. Now, that's a difficult thing for a tall fighter. They have to bring themselves down, which is kind of frustrating in a way. Maybe people...
Look, just so far from the fight, I can tell that even though this one, served in the military, I don't really even know the terminology. A lot of people have all this. I'm not even going to get into it. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's still, a disadvantage to me. But you can tell, like, from the standpoints of both sides, Celine has actual skill. You can tell her stand-up game is on point. Now, Alana, on the other hand, and that's not to downplay, but coming from some, that was once, I'll say the pinnacle of strength. I like to use exaggerate a little bit, but and it's not to be funny, but I mean the stand-up game is not really there, and you'll see through the course of the fight. But yeah, she eats punches. You know what I mean? Like eats them. You know what I mean? So no matter what Celine's gonna throw at her, it's just you'll see.
See it as a disadvantage, but the shorter person actually has an advantage because they're able to go inside for the pocket or go for the legs.
McLaughlin not looking like the stronger fighter and taking a ton of punishment coming in. Getting pecked away there as they get in the clinch, and this is where McLaughlin could have an advantage.
And you do not want to do this. This is what Celine did not want this fight to go. As Alana working her way here. And by the way, she is a U.S. Army veteran, so thank her since tomorrow is September 11th.
Yes. We're actually about 25 minutes from September 11th, and we know what an emotional moment that is for Americans and people all over the globe. And certainly those who served, and we appreciate the service for McLaughlin. 6 years in the U.S. Army Special Forces, had a tour in Afghanistan as well.
She did connect. Celine connected there very, very hard in the head. And another right hook.
Just a ton of activity, a volume of punches for Provost.
Now, interesting to note, Max, if we heard earlier from the interview that Alana was saying that after she took all the essentials to make that transition, her power, her strength wasn't the same.
Yep, Provost took a big right cross.
And Celine's going to keep going with that 1-2.
And another big uppercut.
Now, Alana's just swinging for the fences to see if she catches her. Celine being the smart fighter, very technical.
See, you can tell, like I said, that Celine she got skill. That's off the back. But if you notice, as the course of the fight goes on, outside of that little stumble, Alana's going to eat absolutely everything. And it's going to start hitting a lot harder. You can, that's why I say, like, a lot of people like to say a lot of things are fixed. You got to really stare at this fight and see that this is severe disadvantage. And not to say that women can't beat men, but I mean, come on, like, look, man.
Skilled, and that's exactly what she's doing with that 1-2, which has been working all along.
Provost knows, and McLaughlin has to survive here. Provost will just continue to fire, but you can't keep punching like that for this entire fight. Maybe not even for this entire round. Another big right hand gets in there.
Alana needs to keep her hands up and her head up, because if not, it's going to be a very dangerous situation for her. Celine just keeps connecting with a long reach.
Comes in with the kick. McLaughlin has to do something to get this to the ground. No real takedown attempts.
And I was trying to make that point that after she transitioned, she noticed a difference in her ability, her strength, her endurance. She talked about that she couldn't run the miles in 9 minutes, or 6 minutes. She ran it in 9.
Yep.
So we're seeing that right here, right now.
Alana McLaughlin was very appreciative for Provost to take this fight. I don't know how appreciative is now, but she got a couple punches in. They are just slinging here. 2 minutes to go in this opening round. McLaughlin absorbing pressure, surviving thus far.
Celine attacked with a vicious uppercut.
Bad slip there, should be okay.
Hopefully that's not her ankle. In fact, she used to be involved with track and field, and an ankle injury took her out of action. That's how she fell in love with MMA.
Overhand right by McLaughlin, getting in close quarters, combination Provost. Those punches don't have the zip that they had earlier in the round from the French lady.
But it does make an impact. Now, what Celine needs to do is that 1-2 move. It's more like she's throwing and she backs off. If she's continuous, she could have this in the pocket and we could call it a day.
Yeah.
You see, even with the commentary, I mean, they really want to make this seem like it's all right. Like it's just some things that just shouldn't take place. Like, from one side, you got somebody that wants to show that regardless of what you were before, it doesn't matter. Like, I know Celine was like, yo, I can see you regardless. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like my stand-up game is there and it's on point. Like, I could probably knock you out. But what you don't understand is, yeah, there's always that chance, even if there was no transition. But at the end of the day, like, our bone density and everything is built a lot different. Like, it's just we're a lot different. And every once in a while, you'll have like a freak of nature come out, and not to disrespect anybody, but you'll have a female come out that could take just punches after punches, but the effect will be a lot different. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah.
Also, those long legs break her down, chop her down with the kicks. She hasn't used them very often.
McLaughlin, big overhand right. One connected, the second one did not. She's training out of MMA Masters in nearby Hialeah, Florida. She's trained with some combate fighters like Claudia Diaz, Yahaira Cunningham.
She got clocked with the right hand. Alana, again, doing that same mistake.
Look at that face.
She throws that over right hand. She puts her hand down. It's kind of like she's just swinging a Hail Mary to see if anything happens. Have to be very careful. Straight ran into that left.
Yeah, she's taking this punishment. But big right from McLaughlin, second overhand. Did not find it. Protection there from Provost. She thought there was a little dirty box
to the head. Yeah, that didn't quite see that.
Provost is tired right now. McLaughlin looks the fresher of the two.
Celine needs to use that jab. Keep using that jab. Set it up.
Oh,
there
that
we go.
one got in.
Yeah.
We will take a break. A fascinating first round between Provost and McLaughlin. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for round number 2.
Let me just speed this up, because I really don't want copyright. Let's go.
In the Wikipedias.
The Wikipedia. We always
or
reference the
Britannicas.
Wikipedia.
Well, the Britannicas, they still make them, right? You can see Celine trying to go for the kick to the midsection or the rib area, but it was blocked by that elbow from Alana. Celine continuing with that hard, heavy left hand. Alana keeps running into it. Again, every time she throws that right, she comes in with her head down. It's just a dangerous situation. It's almost like if you're walking into a pothole.
McLaughlin coming up big, and now
You know what? I really don't want to watch this whole video. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. I am gonna, if the video does not get somebody stricken it or whatever they call it, the video will be up. But I'm just gonna fast forward to the end and just so you can see the conclusion. But I will drop the link to the channel. So let's just see how far. I say about right here. Let's go. If it ever works. Come on. Oh, I gotta press play.
They're up there for a while. Usually the wrestler will go straight down for the knee area or even to the ankles, to be honest, just to bring them all the way down. She had to lift her up like a deadlift, and then she brought her down.
2 minutes to go in round 2. Alana McLaughlin, who's absorbed a lot of pressure, but now has the upper hand. Looking to win the fight.
Yeah, Mario Eatman is the corner man for Alana. And Mario is known for that overhand right, which I'm not surprised why she keeps using that, because he's telling her, you have an opportunity to do that, because he's not a tall fighter. And when he competes against taller fighters, that's what he does. We've seen him from Roy Nelson, another big, heavy-set fighter, not as tall. And all he does is throw that over right hand to the big guys.
McLaughlin's got the back of Provost, and now
might
it's
have
dug in deep. And the tap. Alana McLaughlin victorious in her MMA debut via the rear naked choke.
Well, like I said, I'm going to end it there, man. It just, a lot of people wanted to see this video, and I know you could have searched it up, but I chose to show it to you. I'm not really for this, if for the simple fact, I don't care if you transition. I don't think you should be fighting another, and it's crazy because, like if you really want to be a fighter, why not just fight guys or transgender? Another transgender fighter, or maybe transition as you did into transgender. You know what I mean? And then fight a man. You know what I mean? But to get in there and it's like I really don't see the real logic in you transitioning to a woman only to beat on the woman. It really don't make no sense. Like if you really want to show exactly, where you stand, get in there and fight a man. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't understand it with Fox, and I really don't understand it with this one. But, you know, to each of their own. You know, I have nothing personal against Alana. You know, I'm sure her road, and I support the fact that she did serve in the military. Uh, but it's like, come on, man, you want to beat on the? I don't know. Anyways, man, your boy Zod, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. And on that note, I'm out.